Radio Riyadh 96.8. Radio Riyadh presents
creativity,
ideas,
innovation,
change,
leadership,
development,
youth in entrepreneurship. Only on
Radio Riyadh 96.8 MHz.
Yoga is not at all about being serious. It is about honoring and celebrating life. Good evening and namaste. You're listening to 96.8 Nepali ko Awaz, Radio Riyadh. My name is Avilasha Rayamaji, and today on our show we have a very special guest. He's a wonderful human being, and he is also the president of Human Values for Peace and Prosperity. He has been in the spiritual path since last 8 years. And today he's encouraging thousands of people to live a positive and healthy lifestyle. So let's welcome our guest for today, Bhavesh Khanal.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you so much, Abhilashaji.
So how have you been?
How do I look? Good?
Yes, absolutely
Yes, yeah.
perfect. So we are marking International Yoga Day this Sunday. And so what does it signify?
Well, so it signifies that now the whole world is matured enough to incorporate yoga. And now they realize this yoga is something very essential part of life. So that's a sign of maturity, I would say.
So what does yoga really mean to you?
Yoga is a discipline of life, and it's let's say, basically normally people think discipline takes away all your freedom, but I would say discipline actually gives us freedom. Imagine a road and you have no discipline to ride, then is it possible to ride? It's no. So if you have a lane discipline, then you can ride freely in your side. Similarly, the discipline, if you want to experience the freedom of life, then that's yoga.
Okay, so how do you plan to celebrate the International Yoga Day?
So, since we are aware of the earthquake and all these things happened, so we were conducting many trauma relief sessions, and among many processes and techniques, one was Surya Namaskar. So we thought then, okay, fine, why not then take Surya Namaskar to almost all the people, and so that once they do the Surya Namaskar, even if they are in trauma or not in trauma, their health will be much more better. They can handle themselves more. The flexibility of the body and mind will be more. So, think this way, we are marking this International Day of Yoga by gathering, or let's say in different pockets, schools and organizations, 1 lakh people will be doing Surya Namaskar.
Okay, so how has your experience been, collecting all these people and organization to mark this International Yoga Day?
This is amazing. This has been a very effortless effort, I would say, because people are accepting now. Okay, fine, yoga, International Day of Yoga and Surya Namaskar, okay, fine then. So more than 200 schools and colleges, they've already shown a green signal for this.
So how was your experience, working with these schools and colleges?
No, it's like I feel good, So it's very empowering. It has added much more motivation, and it has given a different horizon. That yes, if they are ready to take now, then we have to come up with more intensity now. So it's a good experience.
This event is also supporting education. So how will this event support education in Nepal?
Yeah. So. People do marathon, people light candles, people do walkathon, people run here and there to spread awareness. Similarly, by marking this day, where 1 lakh people will be doing Surya Namaskar, we will also have a pledge saying that we will all support education, because more than 7,000 schools collapsed, 9.5 lakh students might not go back to school. So this is really dangerous. So this we will aware everybody about this, and we'll also tweet. We know the value of tweet now. Recently, Indian media, they had a very hard time because just because of tweet, they could not come back later on. So in today's period, so social media has a huge value. So we are tweeting about support education in Nepal, International Day of Yoga, and we are also awareing 1 lakh people. Through 1 lakh people, we are awareing everybody in this world that we need to focus to support education in Nepal.
Okay, that is a very great concept. Now, what inspires you to come up with such innovative ideas every now and then?
Yoga inspires me.
So, how has yoga been inspiring you?
Every day I close my eyes or I do yoga, then every moment I experience new dimension of life, and this is the best experience. Every day you are different. Every day you're more elevated. So that's how yoga has been inspiring.
So you have also inspired so many people through teaching yoga. Can you tell us about some of the success stories till now?
Well, yes, there are many people, but my intention is never to motivate or inspire anybody. What I do is actually I just try to be useful to as many people, and in the course of time, if people get motivated and inspired, then I have no idea much. But as a workshop, when I conduct workshop, many people said yes, their life has changed because of the emotional stability, the maturity that has come up to them, the technology that they have learned to handle the mind. They can focus more, they can be more creative. So all these things have changed the lives of, I think it's up to thousands. So basically, if I have to be specific, then let's say Sachin or the other people. कतिजनाको नाम पनि I don't know. There's so many people. So if I take one person's name, then another person will say, "Why didn't you take my name, sir?" Yeah.
But you just took Sachin's name.
Pampering him. He's a pampered child.
How has his life changed? Can you just elaborate more on that?
He is a man with a vision and enormous energy. But that energy will need a way to be channelized. And so once we meet, when he did the workshop and when we met, then this energy has been really been used for such a constructive purpose, and now he has come up with so brilliant ideas for the nation. So it's nice. So he's always a pampered man.
So you've been pampering him a lot, I guess. Now I would also like to ask you about the International Yoga Day. So how many people, what kind of people have been involved, and what's the youth participation in this day?
Yeah, all kind of people who can breathe. They have participated, mostly from age group 5 to I would say 45, and this age group. So they're most around 80%. Remaining 20% are above 40, 45. So that's how.
So there are also many youth who are very critical about yoga and the practices. So what do you have to say to those people who think that yoga is something that is to be done in old age, or it's something that is very boring? So what do you have to say to those people?
Mm-hmm. So I will say in a very different style now. So if I have to be very rowdy style, then you have never met any spiritual gurus who can make it very interesting. That is one point. I would say yes, if you meet me, then you will find yoga interesting. That's a rowdy way, but in a very humble way. I'm saying, if you need to dhanush pardons, and if you need to hit a bow and arrow front, then you have to pull it back, and that is yoga. So if you want to access to the ultimate potential of your physical potential, mental potential, emotional potential, then that's where you need yoga.
So what are the major benefits of yoga?
The first benefit I would say is the undying smile in your face. You'll never need a cream and makeup. The face will shine by itself. These are secondary, but the primary is you'll be so much connected to yourself, the depth of yourself, from where you don't need to say, okay, I'll start to think positive from now. It'll just happen. Positive thoughts is the outcome of a healthy being. If you're perfectly well, if you have a well-being, then positive thoughts, creativity, you don't have to run after them. Come on. You don't have to run after how to be creative, how to be positive. No, if you become well, if you are healthy from inside, these are the outcomes. So if you want to make a difference for millions of people in the world, then yoga is the ultimate. And that's the most important benefit.
We are having a very interesting conversation here. We'll be back after this Riya's Business Box.